Captain, there's a boat ahead. We must change course. I will signal him to let him know that we are headed on the same heading. No, stay on course. But Captain, we can't. I am signaling. Whatever you do, stay on course. Oh, Captain, we can't. We have to stay on course. But we're going to hit the ship. Hey guys, welcome back. Big Pete Garage. Do you ever have to divert from your original course? Right? So here's the story. I bought a tool for a small project. And because now I have this tool, my plan has completely diverted course to a whole different project that's going to require a whole nother video. Let me show you.
To me, here's to you, and here's to me. Best of friends will always be. But if we ever disagree, you and here's to me.
So here it is. I made this. This is going to be a rear roof ceiling mounted speaker. I mounted it to the wood to kind of make it easier to mount to the roof. And I'm thinking, well, I really need to miter these edges a little bit and make it a little more prettier. So, new tool. Ha! Always a reason to buy a tool. So I bought this, right? Cordless router. Got a whole thing of bits and everything. I'm going to go to town with it. And then I started thinking, well, what else can I do with this tool? See, this is how my brain works. I'll give you guys a glimpse of what goes on in my brain. Totally off course. So if we come into the back of the truck here, this thing was going to get mounted somewhere up there, right? But I was having difficulty. Because all it is really is just, that's the roof sheet metal. I got a brace over there, and I got a brace back here, where I just pulled the paneling down. So I'm like, oh crap, now I got to make something else that will hold this speaker. I'm like, well, what if I were to build something that covers this entire area? All right, and I could just screw that wood. I'll make it out of wood, and I could just screw that wood up to there. So I'm like, all right, let me start digging around my shop, see what I could use as brackets and such, you know? And then I got a whole box of these things laying around, door hinges. I have no use for them. I don't know why I got a whole box of hinges, but screw it, right? So I put this up here, and I was going to use it as like some type of L bracket. But then, here goes my mind again. I'm like, well, what if this panel folds down? And then I have this whole piece of wood right here. It could be like a rear-facing speaker panel. I could put, yes, I said it, I could put lights on it. If we needed lights, if we were working out behind the truck or something, we could put lights facing out, and when it's folded up, it could be lights facing this way on a work surface, and oh my God, it just goes from there. And this all stems from me buying a router. What else can I do with it? Great. So now I am going to fabricate. This is the piece of wood right here. I already cut it to size. That piece of wood is going to go up here on the ceiling with these hinges, and it's going to fold down. Why? Why not? That's basically where we're at right now. Why not? And then I just got to figure out some type of locking mechanism to hold it up. This is my mind, folks. This is how my mind works. I just created an entire new video out of buying a router. Stay tuned. Yeah, time to do the limbo. There goes holes. Yeah, that ought to do it there, right there. What the hell am I doing? Yeah. Safety first. Second, third. As long as you got safety. I really don't bend this way. All over my face. First prototype. Oh. Now if these were like this, those are mounted like that. So when it's up, you got rear speakers. And when it's down, you're tailgating. Oh yeah. Alexa, stop. So I got this light bar. Look at that. Huh? That is like the perfect fit. Wife bought me this for Christmas. Now that is a great Christmas gift. She's awesome. You know what else she bought me? She bought me this switch panel. That thing's badass. I was trying to find a reason to use it. It's all pre-wired. Hook up a positive and a negative, and you got the outputs. Sweet. So I think I'm going to put that right in there like that. This can control the light bar, and I don't know what else. Oh, I think I'm going to put some flashies on there. That's right. This is going to go there like that. Oh, that's so badass. And then the speakers will go below it. Oh, let's do some woodworking. I get to use my new tool. Alexa, play! Oh, this thing is awesome. I'm going to router everything. Everything in the house needs to be routered. Oh, where's my wife's jewelry box? That's next. So I had this scrap piece of wood, and I went around trying all the different bits and stuff for the router. So finally settled on one. So let's get to routering. Is that a word? Routering? Routering. So I'm trying to get everything laid out, measured and centered and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give you a little tip. So I'm trying to find center. So as we come over here, we're like 35 and a shy of a half. I ain't that good at math. So trick I learned is that if you push this thing up to 36, now we could just mark 18. That'll be my center. And I could take my little T-square right here, put it on where I had 18. There's my center mark. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so after a lot of measuring off my center line here, I have this area right here that I got to cut out for this switch. Oh, that's up. Gets recessed in there. So I already drilled my starter holes. And I'm going to take my trusty jigsaw and I'm going to stick that in the hole right there, and I'm going to cut out that square, both squares, without cutting the metal table. Oh yeah! That's slick! Or as my wife would say, sick! So I literally have an entire toolbox full of lights. I even have an overflow on the floor there. Don't judge me. There's a no judgment zone. Come on. So as I'm digging through my prize collection, you know, I came across this. I think we need some charging ports in the back. That'll be a nice touch. And then I found these. These are hideaway strobes, LEDs. Came out of an old police car that somebody bought. I got 2 of them. I think those are going to go on there too. Let's see what else I got. I got to find me some flashies. I got a bunch of them down here. Let's see. I'll figure it out. So I bought these speaker pods on eBay. They were really cheap. There was no hole in the bottom when I got it. I had to cut a hole out. Because any speaker you put in there, and these are not great speakers. Look at the tiny magnet on that thing. Any speaker you put in here doesn't sit flat. See the gap? So when I mount these things on this piece of wood, I had to break out the router. Love that router. So when I put this in place where I want it, just that little bit, 1/4 inch, like that, and then speaker sits flat. Nice. Router's coming in handy more and more. All right, here is the final layout. Pretty sick. Oh, I said sick. I used my wife's word. Flashy flashies. Flashy flashies. Nice. USB and 12-volt outlet charging. Badass. All right, now I got to blow it all apart, sand it down, and paint it. So stay tuned for the final product. All right, so we threw a coat of paint on the wood. We decided to paint the speaker pods for a little contrast. And then I also found this LED stream light in my little toolbox of tricks. And I think I'm going to incorporate that onto there somewhere. It can charge 12 volt. So that'd be pretty cool. Have a plugged in flashlight ready to go at all times. Okay, let's start doing some assembly. All right, it's time to do some wiring. This is my favorite part. I got the panel suspended from the ceiling with a bungee cord. Got my little box of tricks out. And I got this distribution block we're going to use for the ground. I'm going to connect that there like that. I just made this bad boy. So all of these are going to go boop, 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 boop. You like that? Boop, 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 boop. So let me get those in there and let's get this thing wired up and looking sweet on the back. Nobody will probably ever see it, but I will. All right, all done. So this is basically just connecting them all together. And then I'll run a major ground off of this one. That'll go to the metal of the truck. And then I have all these other junction points where I can attach a ground to. Because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 grounds. 6 grounds that we're going to have to connect. Some of them might go together, but altogether we have 6 grounds. Alright, so these 2 wires right here come from the flashlight charger. And I'm going to put them together. Because when I turn the switch on for the 12 volt outlet, cigarette lighter outlet, and the, do we call it cigarette lighter outlet anymore? Does the next generation even know that that used to heat up a cigarette lighter? I think it's called 12 volt outlet now. Oh, how times have changed. Alright, so I'm going to be putting the 12 volt outlet and the USB chargers and the flashlight charger together. So the ground is going to get one of these. We're going to connect that right here to the bottom. Get in there. It's going to go like that. And then we're going to go to switch number 3 on that. We're going to do the light bar on the first switch. Flashy flashies. Whoa, on number 2. And number 3 is going to control the charging. So we got one of these little bad boys. A spade, I think it is, or a female or male. This would be a female spade. Just like that. We're going to wrap this underneath here. And, oh boy, these wires are short. I might have to lengthen them. I should have checked that. Alright, forget about going underneath. Yeah, that's too short. I don't like it. It's going to look stupid. I'm going to have to lengthen that wire. I spliced me in a little piece of wire here, a little scrap wire I had laying around. I'm going to put a little connector on the end here. And then we'll have no problems reaching. If I can just get my fingers in there. Give it a little wiggle. She's on. Okay, we'll lay that wire like that. We got the grounds right there. I'm going to make this all look pretty in the end. You'll see. Alright, I'll show you the end result. So here's the finished product. We got the power wires exiting stage left. And we got the speaker wires over here exiting stage right. This is where the hinges are gonna go, right here. So this is where it's gonna fold. So the wires can loom across the ceiling. And here we are. We're gonna have to do a test on it now. Well, I screwed up. And I made a big mess in the process. Well, I made the mess fixing the screw up. So, covered in sawdust and plastic. Let me show you. Now everything is covered in sawdust. Oh well. So this was the original depth that I routed out. Well, last minute I decided to change speakers. And where's the other speaker? I didn't take it out yet. The first set of speakers that I put in here, to get an idea of what I had to cut, they were pretty cheap Pioneers, stock wattage. And I came across these bad boys on, yeah, you guessed it, on Amazon. Big old magnet on the back. Sound Extreme. I had a feeling I was going to do some trimming, some extra trimming, but I didn't think I was going to have to go through this extreme. I didn't think the mounting depth was that bad. So, as you see, I had a cut for the wire. I had to chisel this thing out right here. I used the router, actually. Looks like a rat was eating at it. Well, let me show you the depth of the wood. I was getting ready to just cut the entire thing out. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted to keep the bottom sealed, hopefully to get a little bit better base out of these, you know? But look at this. Let me take that out of there. Let me move this thing. Look at that. I had to router out that entire thing. It's almost all the way through. That's going to be for the wire. I was going to seal it up. Check that out, huh? I really put this router to use. Jesus. So, you can see the depth of it. So now, I can put this there. I can take these Mongo freaking speakers, and there it goes. Now I got to do that side. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Got my power probe set up to the power wires. I'm going to give it power. Oh, look at the lights came on the switches. That's cool. Cool. All right, so the first one should be the light bar. Oh, that's bright. Second one should be flashy flashies. Oh, those are so nice. Those top ones up here actually came out of a police car. A buddy of mine bought a retired police car, and these were still in the front lights. So he said I could have them. He didn't want them. Who doesn't want flashy flashies in their car? What an idiot. All right, so then the third one, the light came on for the charger. Lights on up here. So those are on with the third switch. So now I have 2 empty switches. What can I put on them? Drop a comment below. Let me know what I could put on those switches. What do you guys think I should do? I don't know, maybe some LED perimeter lights? I don't know. It's looking badass. All right, let me get this thing in the truck. Finish wiring it up. So under the back seat, I have created a power distribution center. It comes from the front from a circuit breaker. If you guys want to see the video on the circuit breakers and all that other stuff, I have a video of the overall of aftermarket equipment. I'll put a link in the description. You guys can go back and check that out. So right here, that one block right there is a ground block. Makes it easier to distribute grounds to everything instead of, you know, putting a self-tapper screw in or something like that. And I just run the grounds back to here. I know it's got a good solid ground. And that's my power block right there. Got a large cable coming in, and then smalls can go out, and then I got it fused. So the first one here is for my air compressor. You're gonna have to stay tuned for that video. That one's not completely finished yet. And this one right here is gonna be for that overhead console. And eventually it'll be for amps. All right, guys, you ready for the big reveal? I'm naming this thing the fold-down tailgating console. Not a bad name. Oh, you got something better? Drop it in the comments below. You ready? Here it is. Oh, there's nothing there. What happened? Oh, but watch this. You want some lights? Oh, there it is. You want some flashy flashies? Oh, we have a party! Let me show you. And there it is. Oh man, that looks great. So these are the latches. Never used latches like this before. Got a safety pin. Pull that safety pin. The thing unhooks. Got one on each side. And she folds down. Faces the other way. But while it's up in this position, you got yourself a really bright work light. Let me show you in the back. So, let me show you back here. You got a really bright work light. Boom. You got yourself a nice plug right there. USBs, 12-volt outlet, my flashlight's right there. Oh, let's turn those on. There they go. See the blue light? The flashlight's charging. Oh, that's sick. All right, let me fold it down and show you when it faces the rear. Goes into tailgating party mode. Hold on. Hold the pin. Drop that latch. We're going to come around the other side and drop the other latch. Pull the pin, drop the latch, and there she is. Check that out. Huh? Those are my chargers. Bright work light right down here on the ground if you're working out behind your truck. And then you got your flashies. Different flash patterns. Oh, that's sick. The stereo? That's going to be another video. You're going to have to wait for that. I got some crazy ideas for that. So, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you think. And please hit that subscribe button. I've had many people come to me, co-workers, some friends. They didn't know anything about the subscribe button. The subscribe button is very important. It helps me grow my channel. So please hit that subscribe button. You'll get notifications when one of my next videos come out. So please, I beg you, hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.